Hello, and welcome to the Abusecartoons Livestream. And the microphone is working. Oh, wait. Is it? Let me double check. I'm not doing it. So I've been recording the audiobook reading on the other channel, and I'm using the processed audio. It's got like a flanger and a stereo separation and stuff on it, just to make my voice sound a little different. And I was worried it was going to be like that. So I can use it on here if I want. Do some bizarre voices. Yeah, it's that. I think a lot of Twitch streamers use it. It's the what's it called? Voice mod. So it's got a soundboard. The controls are not great though, because they don't, like a lot of other soundboards. The beds, like the background sound beds and stuff, don't fade into each other, and they don't fade down. They're just a hard on and off. So it's very just like click, click, So it should have some effect. I can't find anything in the settings to fix that, but there's a lot of stuff. Thanks, K5. Hey, K5 and Chris, lurking Chris. I was looking for different things to do stuff for online RPG, but I was realizing, especially if I want to record it, that I probably want to put that on post, in post production, as opposed to doing it live, because I'm going to make a lot of mistakes doing it live, and then it's not going to be easy to clean up the audio if I've got all this effects on my voice at different times. So I'm just recording all that stuff clean, and then I'll do it later. But for reading the audiobooks, it works well, because it covers up, a lot of mistakes and things. I'm not sure I don't know how pleasant it is. People are saying it's okay to listen to. Basically, what I was doing with it is recreating the post-processing that I did for the Mutant Chronicles lore series. So just a little flange and reverb and stuff on the voice to make it sound bigger and more sci-fi or whatever, more more dystopian. So yeah, it's working out okay. There's a lot of really weird effects, and I think because it's for Twitch, the reason that I suspect it's mostly for Twitch streamers is there's a lot of game-related stuff. So they even have the MedTech helmet, in Cyberpunk 2077. I think it's MedTech, whatever the terrifying EMTs are in that world. They have the helmet sound for them, so you can make your voice sound like that. And then they also do these weird AI voices where it takes your voice and it's not changing the audio of your voice. It's interpreting what you're saying, somehow processing those words and making an AI voice read that same thing. So it's a really big lag while it processes it, but you can do like the movie trailer, guy's booming voice, or like the newest one is like a horror doll voice, like a horror movie doll voice, like a what's the one from the Conjuring series? Yeah, but that got kind of creepy. So it's weird though, because there's enough of a delay that you can't have the audio effect on while you're doing it live, because it's very, very distracting, and because there's a huge lag. But it's weird. It doesn't work very well for intonation and stuff of the voice, but if you have a script and you just read something, it'll change it into whatever voice. So yeah, I'm sure that can get pretty obnoxious. But it would probably work well for, like that Avatar stuff, the VTuber kind of stuff. You can totally, I think that's obviously what they do, because it's not processing. A lot of those people aren't having their voice processed. It's actually an AI making their voice into something completely different. Just taking the words and making an AI voice read it. Yeah. Well, maybe we'll play around with it one of these days on this channel. Get my money's worth. But it's I just thought it would be. I looked at a ton of stuff. There's a lot of freeware stuff and everything, and so much of it doesn't interface well with sound cards, or it screws up your system, because you have to install things that kind of intercept the audio, from your from your sound card are kind of become this virtual step for processing, and it's not good. A lot of it doesn't work very, very well, or just you have to tweak the hell out of it to get it to work on your particular system. And I've got a very odd got a very odd setup here audio wise. So hope everyone is doing well. Yeah, I wonder if there is a Mickey Mouse setting. I'm sure there is some sort of like helium, voice kind of thing. Yeah, there's a lot of heavy processing for aliens and horror and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll play around with that sometime when I get bored or have no content. But that's what I'm using on the other channel for the Mutant Chronicles in Lunacy novel reading. Right. Yikes. So the let's see, not much else is new. Yeah, I guess we're going to finish up the OSR year, the RuneQuest campaign that we're on. We'll finish the GM just had COVID, so we were out for a couple of weeks. But it's only every 2 weeks anyhow, so the timing didn't work out so bad. We didn't miss anything. But I guess it's going around in Kyoto. It's never ending. And again, they're warning here, the combination of COVID and the flu is going to be horrible. It's going to be terrifying. But if it's anything like last year, that's not true at all. Because people are being so much safer that it's eliminating the flu. I think masks are, and Japan has known that for a while. Masks are much more effective against flu than anything. So if you mask up on the trains, you're less likely to. And now if you're sanitizing, if you're using alcohol, it's killing a lot more stuff. But also, the stuff that it doesn't kill is much more virulent now. Oh yeah, I can make, this won't be a reference that anyone will get, but there's a weird thing that they do in Japan where they either wrap things amazingly well, like they take a single square sheet of paper, of wrapping paper, very beautiful high quality wrapping paper, and they can wrap any box with it. So any shape, any size. It's this crazy origami formula, and they wrap these perfect packages at department stores and things. Or they just take something and throw it in a bag and tie it off. So you either have, and mostly for kids stuff. So you have those two variations of gift wrapping in Japan. And so usually around Christmas season, there'll just be these big garbage bags, basically. Sometimes they're some kind of fabric or a little bit nicer paper, coated paper or something. But most of the time they're just plastic, what looks like a plastic trash bag with a drawstring with some snowflakes printed on it or Santas or whatever. And they just throw stuff in there and draw the string, and that's called gift wrapping, and you have to pay for it. Hey, unknown girl, how's it going? Oh, yes. Oh yeah. For the reading, I still have a bunch to read. I think chapter 8 is tonight. There's 28 chapters altogether, and I'm just going to try to time it like an advent calendar. So I'll read, because Christmas night and day is not. I mean, I think my daughter's last day of school is the 24th, so things are a little different here. So I'll be able to work over Christmas, but I'll read the first 25 chapters, and then maybe on Christmas Day, I'll read the last 3 altogether in a big chunk. It's about 25 minutes per chapter. And yeah, live there isn't anything because I don't do anything but read. Like I don't interact or anything, so I don't do anything but read. But so watching it from the archive, from the on demand, is probably just as exciting. But it's fun. I'm starting to. I mean, the book's not amazing. It's not a masterpiece, but it's fun because it talks about the setting and it's establishing some of these named characters. So it's fun to read their origins, and yeah, it's just silly sci-fi based on a kind of a licensed property from the '90s. So yeah, I've been enjoying the silliness of it, and it's too bad I can't comment or anything. I just have to keep a straight face and keep plowing through. But sometimes some of the dialogue and stuff is pretty silly. All right. But yeah, there's 3 of those books. I think they only ever published 3, at least in English. There's 3 novels, probably all about the same, like 25 or 30 chapters each. But yeah, it's been fun to try to do, and to do it every night as a live stream. I hope it helps the channel out. That kind of regular content. Although I think live streaming is very different. It doesn't hit the algorithm as well. But I'll take, once everything is done, I'll take all the audio. I'm recording a clean version of the audio too, so I can go through, edit that, which is going to be 6 hours or whatever when it's done. Go through and edit all the repeated lines and stuff, and make a real clean version of it. Or I can just download the files, probably from Twitch. I think they're the higher bit rate. So download the audio files from Twitch and just cut them into a big supercut with the effects already on the voice and everything. Yeah, someone that's listening is also sending me illustrations from... I don't know. I mean, they are specifically the scenes from the novels. So he's been able to find a lot of scenes referencing characters and parts in chapters. So maybe it's most of them are Studio Parente, the Paolo Parente, his illustration studio that did a lot of work with games in the 90s. But there's a lot of stuff that's specifically there's a shot of the whole group of characters that are assembling, and then some of the very specific events from the book are illustrated. So yeah, he's been sourcing those for me, and so maybe for the supercut I'll do a slideshow of what's happening when. It's not super comprehensive, but that might be fun to have a little bit of illustration support for that. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I can't do anything, especially in that voice. My voice is so affected, it would sound funny. I'm just worried. I don't want to ever sneeze or cough or anything when I'm when I'm reading those audiobooks too, because it would sound hysterical with all the effects on my voice. Yeah, that's a good idea, K5. Yeah, I gotta get better with the shorts. I just got some notification on the other channel that they're doing. There's separate analytics and stuff for all the shorts. So I guess they do have some sort of ad model running on those. So yeah, I should take advantage of that. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta. Chris and I have to figure out something. I think there's a lot of possibilities, especially with RPG and hobby related kind of stuff, because we could do little 360s of models, little miniatures and stuff for those shorts, just showing stuff we're working on. Or we can even do little informational kind of things. That might be fun too. Just discussing different concepts, take a game system and then do little short videos explaining each one of those little rule concepts, movement or whatever, initiative or whatever, for... That's looking weird. For different game systems. That might be kind of fun. just explain everything a minute at a time, and then all of those together could be a rules summary. That might actually work kind of well, especially if you had some, if it was graphically interesting too. That would be kind of fun. All right. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do weird as a comment on the weird gift wrapping. Just say they were, either trash bags or, and that was there. I do remember from Christmases before, like when people had like surfboards or something, like when people were getting things that were huge, they wouldn't get gift wrap. Sometimes they would just get like plastic bags over them. So yeah, it's not completely unheard of in the U.S. too. I remember some of that kind of stuff happening. All right, yeah, I think we'll do these guys for were they gift wrap or just in trash bags? That'll work. Yeah, it's so weird that the huge range of like careful, beautiful, artistically presented wrapped gifts, and then just jam it in a trash bag that has that says Merry Christmas on it. All right, we'll save that and go to the other one. Oh yeah, I wanted to do something about Christmas music too. Yeah, I had this image of a CD being thrown. Yeah, I don't think I can get that idea to come across, but it'd be funny. Like Christmas music CDs thrown, like skeet shooting, like thrown as target practice. All right, something like that. But that's so funny. CDs are almost becoming this archaic technology. I think there's a lot of people that have never. I'm sure there's a lot of people in their 20s that have never bought a CD. There's just no reason to. Oh yeah, TikTok too. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Now there's so many platforms for short stuff. Yeah, that's crazy. That's a very funny unknown girl. Yeah, unknown girl said spent 20 minutes trying to wrap one perfectly, then just watching them tear it open. Yeah, I made me realize it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it just has to conceal the contents. It doesn't have to look nice because people, most of the time don't even notice. If it's going to have to sit somewhere for a while, then it's probably worth it because it's almost like a Christmas decoration. But yeah, that's true. Yeah, just use spray paint. Yeah, just a black electrical tape over the name of the contents of the box. Yeah, yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I have had some Christmases where, especially at my dad's, he's so busy during the holidays with all the drunk driving and domestic violence and stuff when he used to work in the emergency room, that he would just be literally wrapping things in the other room and bring them out, and we would unwrap them. So they were literally wrapped like for probably less than 60 seconds. It was so funny. I'll be right back. And you hear the scotch tape and the scissors going. So funny. These are not very round, are they? Oh yeah, maybe I should already. Shoot. So what? Yeah, just had the image of CDs flying like clay pigeons. But I don't think that's gonna work. I don't think that's gonna make any sense visually. So throwing, yeah, and maybe like a jewel case too. All right, so do something like this. So about this time every year, everyone was tired of Christmas music. Wait. It's really weird, the variety. Some, like, shopping areas and stuff just don't even care how annoying what they're playing is. And some really old, nasty stuff. Yeah, for some reason here there's some Christmas songs that are just inescapable, like the Mariah Carey "All I Want for Christmas Is You" is like, you can probably, it's always, for the month of December, it's playing in Japan somewhere all the time. It's like, somewhere it's being played. So yeah, something like this. So just, yeah, being tired of Christmas music. Oh, maybe do a book too, like a little booklet. Oops. Oh yeah, the only Christmas present I remember, like, cheating and like sneaking, and because we could often, like, going to different relatives, like different grandparents' house and stuff. Sometimes they would, like, not put much effort into hiding things, and so we could find the wrapped presents pretty well. And sometimes when they weren't wrapped, particularly, like, they weren't completely taped, like there's like they it was like a one of the large action figures that it was just they just stuffed the one end, instead of taping it, they just stuffed the one end into the top of the open box, because I think it was kind of an opened plastic box that the figure was in. I remember pulling that open because you could see, and it was for my brother. It wasn't even for me. It was for my brother, and it was Battlestar Galactica, the big Cylon, like 12-inch guy. And I remember seeing that and being like, oh, and yeah, as soon as I knew what it was, then when he opened it, it was it felt really weird. Yeah, that was the only time I've ever, I think, looked at presents in advance, or even found them. My parents, I think my mother was really into hiding them in strange places, so we never came across Christmas presents. So she might have used, like, the crawl space or something. She used something really strange, because they were never under their bed or in their closet or anything. So that was pretty surprising. But I remember, it was my grandparents' house. I saw my brother was getting a Cylon, a Cylon from Battlestar Galactica. Oh, yeah, that just dated. That, exactly. Then I'm way too old. And I was like, oh, that sucks. Now I'm gonna, know what that is. And I don't know. There was just something very. And so I must have, been like only 10 or 11 or something. But it still was like, ugh, I don't want to do that anymore. That's not, doesn't, that ruins it. Even though we knew the truth about everything by then, it was just like, was no fun to know things ahead of time. Yeah, I can't imagine, especially as a kid, knowing too much, because you are pre-disappointed. Like, there's certain things that, like, I have to, this is necessary. If I don't get this Christmas, the season is a total wash, and being pre-disappointed would be pretty bad. Maybe like this. Okay. I'm going too heavy on that line. Okay. Something like that. Another airborne one. Oh yeah, we did research a bit. Yeah, always. If you're going to be obvious about it, we're going to figure it out. Yeah, we're going to find it. So, and that's, maybe my mother knew what devious children she had, so she hid stuff well. She probably had an underground bunker or something that we never knew about. Chris Brown dropped a Christmas album like a week ago. All right. Yeah, that's funny. There's sometimes I'm surprised. You'll hear random Christmas music by recognizable artists, and you're like, oh wow, I didn't even know that existed. That's funny. Uh, yeah, it was always weird too. That was the thing about Christmas that I never could figure out my parents' logic with a lot of the presents, because my brother and I almost wanted the exact same thing all the time, or the same types of things. Always like Star Wars stuff or whatever was super popular then, and I could never understand how they decided who gets what, because my brother always got a little kid, real slow to develop, so he was a little runt little brother, a real pain in the ass, and he always got he got the Millennium Falcon. He got the biggest stuff every year. I'm like, are they trying to compensate or trying to? I don't. It was very weird, but I think it did some psychological damage to him, because he's one of the most materialistic kind of odd. I think it affected him. I'm just saying. But I always thought that was so weird. It's like this feels deliberate. This is very deliberate. But who knows? Yeah, I can't understand how they're even releasing. I guess iTunes is still a thing, or whatever Apple is calling it now. But yeah, it's so funny. Stuff just does show up, like bands that I follow. If I follow them on YouTube, then their new music just is released as like a playlist on their YouTube channel. Like, oh, okay, I guess I don't have to buy that now. I don't understand. It must be all live shows now. Must be all live performance money that they realize that, hey, we can't keep control of the digital audio anymore. All right, so let's try to make this look like CDs. So maybe a little yellow. That's too yellow. It needs to have that, gold look without being green. There we go. That's kind of, maybe it looks like a CDR, but oh well. Oh, and maybe one of these can have the printing on the one side. All right, and then just a little bit off white. Oh, it's open. Let's try that again. Okay, if I need to fill this, it's got to be one piece. There we go. Okay. All right. There we go. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, right. If everyone's running ad blockers and things, even if you are, getting some advertising revenue from those releases, yeah, it's really strange. That whole industry really. I mean, I bet because the sound files, compressed so wonderfully, like MP3, just made it so easy to. Before we even had decent speed internet, it made it too easy to just trade them back and forth. So they got hit first and hardest, and I think ever really recovered. Oh shit. Okay, wait. I think I can delete this. No, wait. So where? Oh, literally the only. Oh, God damn. Okay. And this and this. Okay, 2 color layers again. All right, let's flatten that. Okay, I think I got it fixed. Talking and drawing. Oh, yeah, that's a good point too. Yeah, licensing. Yeah, if it's a popular song, so if your song is popular, then commercials and movies and stuff will use it for soundtracks. Yeah, that's a good point. There's a lot of alternative revenue now. Yeah, it's really funny though how much that's changed, because they were so used to, were so precious in the recording. The what is it, the RIAA or whatever, was going on and on about how terrible, theft of music was. It was such a, destroying everything. It was the worst thing ever, and they survived. They figured out how to make money in other ways, but they really clung to that narrative for a long time. Okay. Oh, maybe some writing on the book. And something on the inside. Okay. Another everything is falling everywhere cartoon. Yeah, it's really, really weird. I wonder if they're going to figure out how long this ad revenue thing's going to work. This hate machine mechanism we're all living with for clickbaity kind of, everybody benefits from creating angry viewers and clickbait. I wonder how long that's going to go on until they just realize it's really unhealthy to just piss people off or terrify people all the time. I wonder if that's ever going to be a concern. All right. I can't do parallel lines. There we go. Yeah, it would really be nice to, I don't know, I guess if too many people are benefiting from it, there's no reason to change it. And it's not like a political, they're trying to, I think, make it political, but I don't think they can, this disinformation stuff and everything, I don't think they can get away with politicizing it enough to make it a useful issue for politicians. We'll see. It sounds, it's getting really weird. And I really think we're all going to be subjugated. We're all going to be these tech slaves. Maybe not there. Maybe if he's airborne, it would be, yeah. We're going to be these technology slaves, and the excuse that they're going to use to implement all this stuff is going to be global warming and, saving the planet. It's really going to be horrifying. Because it's already this unimpeachable, kind of stance, is just to say this is environmentally correct. Like all the electric car talk and everything. That's so amazing. All these guys should be very sad. So let's try this. It's so crazy. It's like we can't produce enough power to charge electric cars, but everyone's going to be driving electric cars in 10 years or whatever. That's insane. But it's just a way to what was whatever that recent meeting was, they were talking about being able to track people's carbon footprint, and giving you an allowance, giving you an amount of things you can do. So if you want to get on an airplane, oh my God, that's so bad for the environment. So you're going to have to bicycle to work for a year if you want to buy a plane ticket. So yeah, we're going to be in some real weird territory soon. And we're, so many people are just going to go along with it. Like, yeah, of course, we're saving the planet. So a little bit of inconvenience. And then, of course, that means everybody, from a certain income level down is subjected to it. And if you make a certain amount of money, you're not going to, because you can buy your way out of it. Because that's what exists right now for factories and companies that do heavy manufacturing. Because that was a thing that I saw about Tesla, that they figured out a way to produce things so that they don't use any of their carbon credits. So they have those. If you don't use them, then you can just sell them. So a lot of their money is made by selling their carbon credits to other auto companies that have dirtier processing or whatever. So I want to make stuff look airborne. I guess no shadows would make it look the most airborne. Oh wait, what about? So it's we're all going to get trapped in this like bizarre system that we didn't really. Oops, not Gaussian. That we didn't really agree to, but has been justified, by saying no, this is the right thing to do. We need to. Oh wait, delete. Sorry, delete the selection. Yeah, it's just I'll hopefully be long dead before any of that gets too difficult. But I mean, think about someone in my situation. If it is imposed, like think about how much pollution is produced by me getting on an airplane and flying from Japan to the U.S. to see my family, and how would I possibly ever offset that? And so an annual trip would be out of the question. Maybe every 10 years I could visit my family. I mean, it's just insane to think about the ramifications of that and what it would cost, like the friends I would have to make in government or whatever, or the money that I'd have to spread around to be able to get out of that. It's just terrifying. Okay, so and who knows how it'll be implemented. Hopefully someone is going to wake the fuck up and start speaking out against this kind of stuff. We will see. Oh, shoot. Okay, you got to be careful here. These things are overlapping. Okay, so this is fine. I can take this away. Take this away. This away. I have to blend that out, I think. But yeah, some of the stuff they're talking about is just insane. It started with... Oh, wait. No. It started with the... oh, yeah, I guess there's no real blur on that. All the vaccine passport talk. And now they're like, wait a minute. What about carbon footprints? We're so fucked. All right, and maybe just make that a little more subtle. Okay, so it's flying in all directions. Oh, maybe take this one and do this. Boom, boom. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Things are just flying around. Yeah, that's a program that some people are trying to push, and it just it depends if it'll catch on or not. I mean, if it's politically useful, it will, and because it's like one of those things. It's like, well, you don't hate puppies, do you? You don't hate clean air. What do you like? You like pollution. You like destroying nature. With that, there's just so many stupid angles to come at us with. It's like, how could you possibly be against this? That's really, really scary when they've got you in those kind of situations. All right. Okay, I think that looks kind of active, like they're flying through the air, I guess. Oh, Christmas music. Yeah, so there's a lot of plotting going on about how ugly our futures are going to be. Yay. All right. It's funny too, because most of it sounds like when you hear certain things being discussed. Oops, it sounds like, very paranoid, like schizophrenic science fiction or hardcore, like, off the charts conspiracy stuff. But it's like they're really thinking about some pretty ugly things. Okay, so there's our flying music. Yeah, it's just weird. There's going to be some ways of that people are living that are just going to be disallowed, and they're probably going to figure out ways to get people, back in offices and stuff. That all the thinking that was allowed to happen during the lockdowns, they're going to try to reverse that pretty hard, I would imagine. You're so much more controllable when you're coming into an office and using somebody else's computer. All right, and then we'll do some details on another layer. Yeah, that was the thing I was really surprised with about the Twitter buyout is right away there was like, okay, everyone back in the office. I thought like tech companies were very happy with the situation of not having to pay for expensive offices and energy and whatever, and having gourmet chefs available to prepare food for all these idiots. But yeah, it sounds like so that was weird. I don't know what that's based on, and maybe just his very weird idea of how companies should run, because I've heard people complain about things like that from some of the other, from Tesla and stuff. Okay, and what is on the gold one? Red. Silver? I can't make silver. Yeah, metallic colors really don't read. What's another Christmassy? Maybe just red and another kind of pattern. Or a darker green. Yeah. It's just going to be really scary. I think most of us are going to have very there we go. It looks like weird tiger stripes or something. We're gonna have really horrifying old age, because we're going to get to a level where we can't understand UI UX anymore. We can't interface with technology very well. We don't understand how things are used anymore, and then it's just gonna be nonsense. I can't imagine like explaining carbon footprints to my now deceased grandparents. I can't imagine their generation even being able, like, what are you talking about, and have to like pay attention to the energy that they're using and everything. It's gonna be so strange. It's got to just feel like made up nonsense. So we're gonna have that 10 times worse in our old age being just taken advantage of. And no, you have to do this. Yeah, just here, register, here, put your thumbprint here and pay for this. And now you're registered, and we'll be taking the balance of your carbon use out of your bank account. So don't worry, it's all automatic. Okay. It's going to be really bizarre. Hopefully our children will protect us. They'll laugh at us for our ignorance, but hopefully there'll be someone to someone to watch our backs. We should just start setting up those seniors with technology advocacy groups right now. Yeah, they're definitely going to have to do that in the future. Like, the laws are going to get, I mean, unless the government is complicit, the laws are going to get so, not the laws, the way that business is done by these, by technology companies is going to get so predatory. I mean, it's going to make everything they're doing now with reverse mortgages and credit cards and stuff look amateur, but they're going to get so predatory. There's going to have to be protections for the elderly, because of just how technology is going to fuck everybody hard when they're old. Can't wait to be on a fixed income and have people prowling around the door to get after it. All right. There we go. Shiny trash bags. So, yeah, SpongeBob rubbing. Yes, I'm doing it. Yes, SpongeBob. Oh yeah, maybe it didn't show well on the video. Oh yeah, it's really light. The gold CD, it looks more like just a smudgy cloud. Let me see if I can duplicate it. Do another layer. Thanks, K5, that's a good point. Multiply might give us, yeah, it's just really light. Oh, I didn't need I don't need the CD. Come on. Color. Yeah, I just need I don't think I got much. Oh no, that must have been the wrong layer. Where is it? This one? No. Oh, it's the layer behind. Sorry, that's weird. Why are you doing this? Is there an Alt key being pushed here? This is bizarre. Oh, what's going on? Photoshop. Okay, this is what I wanted to do. So, what exactly is happening here? There we go. There's a little bit more. And maybe I'll blur that a little more and duplicate it one more time. There we go. Is that more visible? I think so. Yeah, that works a little better. Yeah, it's just that gold color. What is going on? I have a shift. Yeah, Photoshop is doing something very strange. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm out of whatever mode that was. Something was locked. All right, there we go. Fun with Photoshop. Okay, and then I've got the but these are sitting on the ground, so we can do some drop shadow for these. Yeah, still for that audiobook thing, I still have 2 weeks, basically to do that. I'm terrified I'm going to get sick and lose my voice or something, because there's nothing I can do about that. If I can't talk, I can't record those, and it's just not recording them ahead of time, just doing them live nightly. That's fun. I mean, it's I like that idea, but it's not very smart. The intelligent thing, the safest thing to do, would be to pre-record while I'm still healthy. But yeah, we'll see. But maybe with all that effect on my voice, you won't even be able to hear a sick a sick voice. Okay, they're kind of conferring. All right. Yeah, right. I'll just be careful. Yeah, I've been pretty lucky the past few winters. Okay. Yeah, so gift wrap or elaborate trash bags. There's something about if it was a comment on the quality of the gifts. All right. Wow, that was fast. I didn't even have to. Yeah, I had those two ideas in my head, but didn't think visually they would work. But it does. Cool. So let's see if this is, yeah, not really consistent. All right. Wow. Okay. So let's take a look at some comments. Or not comments, so just some old cartoons. There probably are no comments for many years. Still. All right. Where is my scene? All right. And so going along with the continuing with the idea of going through the old archive, we've got April 1st. So we're still in 2007, but I think later on in this year it goes from daily to a few times a week, so it'll start to move faster. All right, and I think, yeah, we did this one last week. April 1st, 2007. So leaving the restaurant meant another failed attempt at a relationship with a beverage. Oh yeah, so the idea was going home with a drink, and so the bag was trying to make the best of this arranged date. Okay, April 2nd. Oh, look at those old iPods. He finally realized it wasn't the size of the playlist, but his choice of music that mattered. Okay. Look at those old analog dial music devices. Now it's all on your freaking phone. All right, April 3rd. The sack lunch was traded away into non-existence. Oh, there's only an Oreo left. Yeah, trading things at lunch. Yeah, anybody that got grapes. Yeah, I got grapes a lot. I had those big white, those light green white grapes very often in my lunch. Or those really dry apples. Why does America sell like those? They're supposed to be like Red Delicious or whatever, the big red apples, and then they make a miniature size that fit in, lunch boxes and bag lunches and stuff more easily, but they're always so dry, like they're made from styrofoam. I always hated those as a kid. I know there are good apples out there, but those lunch apples or whichever horrible brand my mother bought were terrible. All right, a speaker. Perfect sound reproduction only made him long to make an original sound of his own. That's right, he never made anything. Any of his own sounds. I love these shitty computer speakers. What a dilemma. April 5th. Yeah. Now that everything's like in a phone, or there's you can listen to stuff through a PC or whatever. Sorry. So easily, and there's wireless speakers now, the Bluetooth speakers. Yeah, it's really changed how we don't have music devices. And same with digital camera. Like, think about that. You used to have a cell phone, a digital camera, and then an MP3 player. And now that's all one thing with a touch screen, interface. It's crazy. Very crazy. That happened in 20 years. April 5th, no one could explain to the chewing gum that were worse things to lose than your flavor. It's supposed to be what, like what's the double mint? Yeah, there's a double mint and juicy fruit. Those two most common American gums. Or did I do the okay, yeah, just keeping track of what we've seen. April 6th. In the dry erase world, nothing ever lasted for long except for self-destructive relationships. Okay. I was right, because the eraser erases everything that the marker does. So, self-destructive. All right. April 7th. There was enormous political pressure for them to stop seeing each other. Oh, yeah, that was, so this is dated, 2005. Yeah, I think that was early 2000s. I think basically Los Angeles was a no smoking indoors of any kind anywhere ever. And that really screwed TV and film production, which I think killed a lot of their smoking on camera, because they had to use. I've heard actors talk about the fake tobacco that they use. It tastes really terrible. It looks good on camera, and it's not tobacco, but it burns well, and but it tastes really terrible. So if you have to smoke on film, you're not smoking tobacco because of the safety of the crew and whatever and all the laws for indoors. So it's really messed up. I remember when that first happened, and then bars were like, "Yeah, don't worry about it. Put it out if somebody comes in." So they could get in trouble. They could be fined, but the money they would lose in fines was nothing compared to the business they would lose if they didn't let people smoke. So, yeah. Oh, K5. I'm sorry, I totally missed that, K5. A streamer is exploring popular streets in Osaka. Should I tell her to walk by? That's very funny. That's very funny. Yeah. Yeah, I don't... My office is not in a particularly popular place of Osaka. There's much more interesting spots. That's really funny. Double the pleasure, double the fun. Double mint gum. All right. April 8th. There we go. The toothpick flag hoped he could hold together half of a BLT better than the rest of his life. Half of a BLT. So what? I don't quite get what flag that is, but he's holding a BLT together. But the BLT is not a thing. That's funny. Only the flag is alive. All right. April 9th. She never got to spend time in one of the fun drawers. The drawers were full of push pins and paper clips. What do I mean by fun drawers? I completely forgot what that was referencing. That's funny. Fun drawers. Or maybe the the confiscated stuff, like in teachers' desks. Yeah, I don't know. Or maybe the desk with a fifth of vodka in it. All right, April 10th. They could only imagine what media type was waiting to make them both feel like outdated junk. Aw. Is that supposed to be I guess it's a cassette, maybe a DAT tape, and a CD. They are outdated junk. So nothing replaced you. Like literally nothing replaced physical media. Like non-physical media replaced physical media. So there was no new format. It was just nothing replaced them. That's so bizarre. All right. Oh, the Charlie Brown thermos. April 11th. Even filled with cold coffee, he still preferred illusion to despair. Okay. Very French. All right. April 12th. Not only was she expected to slowly melt into a grotesque form, but to smell pretty while doing it. There we go. There's my feminist statement. All right. April 13th. Unlike the former bottle rockets and sparklers around him, he felt lucky to survive the whole ordeal, only a little singed. It's one of those fountains. Yeah. Yeah, those always seem to be the most. Well, I guess yeah, all that stuff gets pretty burnt up and traumatized, but the those little fountain fireworks that you just put on the ground that just shoot sparks for a while. I haven't seen any of that stuff in so long. April 14th. She often wished that her life consisted of more than pie crust and sugar cookies. Maybe it should have been plural. Pie crust? Pie crust. April 15th. Being out of refills was like being out of hope. That's become like disturbingly true. There was a somebody posted numbers of like people under 20, like was it women under 20 in America, like so young women, like the 40% of them were on some sort of mood altering drugs, like some sort of like prescribed brain chemistry medication, some really like insane number, like maybe almost 40%. It was really crazy. So no wonder people are freaking miserable. They're trying to medicate their way out of despair. It's very weird. Nice. The drawer next to the bed or in the kitchen? Big difference. Nice. Yeah, I haven't done any like nightstand drawer, like bedside table drawer jokes. Seems like I would have eventually come across, thought of that, but yeah. All right, 2007. So he could not. I'm sorry, April 16th. He could not believe she was leaving him for decaf. With the scoop. I think it was supposed to be the scoop. The big can of coffee and the little scoop. April 17th. The argument over who deserved more pink lemonade went on long into the night. Pink lemonade. April 18th. At first he found her crack charming. Now it was just scary. I like the chubby-bodied sugar bowl. April 19th. He preferred a dead battery to that cold, loveless charger base. Yeah, I think I had a shitty cordless phone like that. And so that occurred to me as like, what if the handset itself was like, yeah, I'd rather be dead, like literally, dead. The battery has no charge. I'd rather have no charge than sit on top of that charging base that I hate with it. Yeah, that amused me, so it became a cartoon. A loveless charger face. All right, April 20th. His vocal length did not make up for his lack of insight. Camera lens jokes. All right, their international food night had somehow gone horribly wrong. International food. Yeah, there's so much etiquette with chopsticks, and I think I've done everything. I've made every single mistake you can make for chopsticks. Like, so you don't stick them, like if you have a bowl of rice or whatever, they're never served. At least in Japan, this is all Japanese. I don't know, the rest of Asia might have different rules, but you don't. It seems logical, especially if you're serving it at like a counter or whatever. If you had chopsticks, you just stuck them into the bowl of rice. And that was the way that you handed out utensils. But I've heard that that chopsticks sticking out of the rice are reminiscent of the incense that are placed in the kind of sand at temples. So you burn incense in shrines, and those sticks sticking up with the smoking ends, the incense, so that is reminiscent of that. So it's kind of a bad luck, because anything that sounds like the word death or reminds people of death or funerals or ceremonies involving death is bad manners. So chopsticks stuck in food like that is negative. Handing food chopstick to chopstick, so two people, if you want to hand them a piece of chicken or whatever, you have it in chopsticks, you put it down on a dish. They don't take it from you with chopsticks, because that is reminiscent of passing picking the bones. So after cremation, for the Japanese funeral ceremony, you pick the bones of the body and place them in the urn using chopsticks. And so, yeah, that is reminiscent of that. Yeah, there's so many, and also moving dishes, like just taking, taking chopsticks and just like sticking in the end of a dish and pulling it towards you. Another, another forbidden thing. Oh, thanks, Unknown Girl, the charger based one. Yeah, so much etiquette. I've made every one of those mistakes and have been corrected, so I've learned those all the hard way, as they say. April 22nd. His secret shame was that he still carried the photos that came with the wallet. Yeah, I don't know. Is that true of wallets? But like picture frames always have they have a fake photo in the picture frame to give you the idea of what it would look like with a photo in it. I don't know. Show you people happier than you. But yeah, I think like the photo windows in some wallets may have those pre-made photos. April 23rd. He wondered at what point his sweet little sugar cubes had become such bitter lumps. His sweet little sugar cubes. They don't have eyes though. I guess that's a kind of a design flaw. I love the trying to figure out how to do convincing coffee rings. Yeah, trying to draw like a coffee ring on a surface is always fun. All right, April 24th. No amount of lip care could redeem a bad kisser. Oh yeah, sorry. So this is like Carmex or like the that Burt's Bees stuff and some kind of chapstick and lipstick. Wonderful. Bitter, bitter lady lumps. That's disturbing. No one had a satisfactory explanation for the donut hole. That's right. What was it? It wasn't actually the material removed from a donut. All right. April 26th. A lost car key was almost an entirely useless thing. I think this came up before. Oh, no, I guess it didn't. But yeah, I think I mentioned this before. But this is based on real life. Yeah, I lost my car key. I had this car key that was detachable from the ring of keys, and the mechanism maybe just got slowly worn out, so it fell off of the key ring at some point when I was carrying the keys, and I didn't hear it hit because it's those before all the keyless stuff, it was those big car keys with the plastic end, so it didn't make a lot of sound when it hit. So I dropped it in the parking garage somewhere, and so I get back to the car, and I didn't have a key to get in, and it wasn't keyless yet. So yeah, it was totally fucked. So just imagining that key sitting somewhere, being randomly dropped somewhere in a huge parking garage, and no idea, because I think the way we went and came back, we took a different path back and forth, so it was very hard to backtrack and find it. So I just had to have a friend go get an extra key for me. All right. So April 27th. Some problems went beyond chocolate, vanilla, and even strawberry. Some things were so bad that not even strawberry could help them. And 28th. It wasn't so much his success he resented as it was his lack of modesty. He's growing very well. As opposed to that dead single daisy. April 29th. She wished everything was as easy to remove as Sparkleberry Electric Pink. Nail polish remover jokes. Yeah. I don't know why. I guess because living like married life, and this is all done post married life. So I'm like thinking back to like things that cluttered my life up, living with a woman. There were so many of those things that just like became so familiar, like always seeing nail polish remover and cotton balls around. And yeah. So a lot of these things kept coming back as I was doing this cartoon. And Sparkleberry Electric Pink is the best color ever. I ran over a set of keys once and stopped and got them. An hour later I drove by and people looking at the ground. Oh wow, it just so happened to be them. Oh, that's amazing. And people, yeah. So happened to be them. People saw me looking at the ground. Oh, that's funny. right. April 30th. Never before had their color difference seemed such an obstacle. Must have been some racial thing. Was it around 2005? Yeah, I don't know what was going on in LA at that time. May 1st, 2007, being non-transferable, non-refundable, limited in airline tickets options. Not much they could do. May 2nd, an empty tube took strange delight in describing his life at the end of the roll. I remember when I was a full roll. Oh, sorry, I'm blasting right into May. Sorry. Okay, well, we'll stop. And my incorrectly drawn measuring tape again. All right, we'll stop at May 1st and review a couple of those again. Sorry, just blasted right past. Okay. Now it's time to try to write the flying Christmas music. Yes. All right. Don't need that open. Okay. So, so Christmas music, something about discarding Christmas music or I have no idea. I should probably make that gold side shinier, shouldn't I? See, I'm procrastinating writing anything. Yeah, doing maybe a completely different layer so it doesn't have to be. That doesn't look good. Maybe. Something like that. Makes it look like the underside a little bit more. I probably should do some gradient or something that would look much better, but oh well. I think it reads as what it's supposed to be. Okay, so it was usually later in the season before Christmas music got this violent response. Violent. It was usually later in the season before Christmas music got this kind of violent response. Such a violent response. Got such a. It's being thrown. It was usually later in the season before Christmas music got such a got is not. Oh great. Oh. Buffer. Jingle Bell Toss. Yeah, perfect. I'll make a pun. Oh yeah, popular Christmas song. Yeah, that's right. You got the old Jingle Bell Toss. Before the So it's usually later in the season. For Christmas music. Oh, no, I don't like that. Received such a Usually much later. I just keep making this longer and longer. It was usually much later in the season before Christmas music received such a violent response. Pshum. People are going to be like, what? What is this? That's music? Music is little plastic discs, and music is just streaming services. Music is a subscription. Yeah, I like Jingle Bell Toss. That's very funny. That's long, but it's the whole idea. We'll come back to it and see if there's a easier way to say it. All right. Or pre. They is this another they? Oh no, it's not. Yeah. They didn't feel gift wrapped, but more ready for the trash. So maybe in plastic bags. Yeah. Oh, plastic, maybe plastic gift bags. With this hyphen, it's going to be hard. Okay. So in plastic gift bags, they didn't feel gift wrapped, but more ready for the trash. I don't know. Hey Rev, how's it going? The first time, I forget what concert that was. The first time I ever saw Kanye perform, I didn't really know his music. And the first time I saw him perform, he was performing with the Police. Like the Police had reunited for some weird reason, and there was some live festival, must have been like early 2000s or something, and the Police were performing with Kanye, and they were doing like Message in a Bottle or something, and all he was doing is that kind of hip-hop response to the lyrics, and it sounded terrible. I mean, because it was a live festival, like, outdoor stage performance. It sounded so bad and didn't make any sense. So yeah, my first impression of him was always terrible. It was just like they're just inserting him into like weird old 80s music. It was very bizarre. What was that? Yeah, I guess I can't play it on the stream, but yeah, it was really bad. And I can't put the Police as a band with the Police. Yeah, it was very weird. It was weird to see them reunited. The Police with Kanye West. Oh yeah, let me see. Oh no, that's not this one. Oh, I guess maybe he toured with them or something. Yeah, it was an outdoor. It was an outdoor venue. It was just like, oh, no. I thought that said Live Aid. I didn't know if there was like a Maybe it was like a another Live Aid revival, like one of those charity concerts. Yeah, the only one that's showing is a weird stage, like a studio stage set. But yeah, I remember that. Oh, wait, there's a photo from it, I think. No. Oh yeah, the Band-Aid Trust to raise money. Yeah. So 2005. That's the first time I'd ever saw Kanye. It was so terrible. Oh, and so I think he performed, and then he came out when the Police were performing. Ugh. It was just so dumb. Funny. Okay. Nice. All right. So, plastic gift bags. Oh, maybe so. Yeah, let's try to change this here. Felt less like gift wrapping. Is it? And more and maybe and more like less like and more like holiday trash. Yeah, like they were ready for the trash. Plastic gift wrap. Plastic gift wrap. Plastic gift bags felt less like gift wrapping and more like holiday trash. Something like that. I don't know. Nice. Oh, Live 8. That's right. That's what it was. Instead of Live Aid. The Live 8 concert. Yikes. Yeah, so Kanye was already that popular in early 2000s. That's depressing. Huh. Okay, yeah, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. God damn. Alright. Alright, so I think that's gonna work. Plastic gift wrap bags felt less like gift wrapping. Gift wrap. Wrap. Is gift wrap one word? Damn it. No, it's 2 words. Okay, then I can break it there. Plastic gift bags felt less like gift wrap and more like holiday trash. Pre-made holiday trash. Yeah, I guess that'll work. Plastic gift bags felt less like gift wrap and more like holiday trash. Or more like wrapped gifts. Okay, adding words again. So plastic gift wrap bags made them feel less like wrapped gifts and more like holiday trash. Made them feel less like wrapped gifts. Wrapped. This is a excruciating live stream, I'm sure. Oh, so maybe there I can break it. There we go. Plastic gift bags made them feel, with an R, made them feel less like wrapped gifts and more like holiday trash. It should be presents. I'm not saying gifts twice. Plastic gift bags made them feel less like wrapped presents and more like holiday trash. Yeah, there we go. Lazy plastic gift wrap bags. All right. It was usually much later in the season before Christmas music received such a violent response. Well, that's a pretty complete sentence. Oh, thanks, unknown girl. Bags that feel less like presents and holiday gifts. Yes, not saying gift twice I think helps. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, this went quick. And the snack I have is not too exciting. I think it's like almost a 1-to-1 analog of Bugles in the U.S. But I've never had these, so I'm curious myself to try them. All right. So more Christmas cartoons. December's going to be full of it this year. Yeah, I'm doing stuff, for, like I'm doing the nightly audiobook reading, and I'm doing all Christmas cartoons on live stream, and I feel nothing this holiday season. I'm very dead as far as nothing has me excited or in the mood for anything. That's very odd. But it seems like people are trying. Things are getting busier and things feel more like, people have normal lives again. There's a certain, so even here, I think people are just exhausted with having no life and not doing normal things. So they're trying to, be out and shop and go out to dinner and stuff. So things are getting a lot more busy. So I think that's why the numbers are going up too. It was usually much later in the season before Christmas music received such a violent response. Okay. Boom. That violent response seems like a familiar joke. Flying Christmas music. Okay. Great. So we're almost almost to the convenience store. Let me just upload these. All right. Bugles on every finger. Let's see if these are big enough to fit on my fingers. If they're Japanese size, I'm worried. Oh, jeez. What's going on here? No. Here. I'm logging in to the wrong place. Let's... Sorry, just a sec. The uploading process begins. Otherwise, I'll completely forget about this. Okay. There we go. Okay, so time for some convenience store fun. I never have the chime up at the same time. I never know when it's finished. All right, welcome to another Japanese convenience store snack. So this week is Tongari Corn. And usually, so this kind of blend is really hard to say for Japanese people. So corn is, did they show it anywhere? Oh, probably in the ingredients. Yeah, so corn is kon. Kon, like a long O, C-O-N basically, because you can't say R, so kon. Kon is corn in Japanese. So it's funny they print the actual word here. So this is one of those boxes that opens with a handy little thing. So yeah, as you can see, they look exactly like Bugles. So yeah, little conical corn snacks. This is the salt version. There was, of course, a soy sauce version, because there's always a soy sauce version in Japan. So let's see here. Yeah, so it's just the typical kind of... I didn't get all the way around. There we go. Cha-cha. Yeah, it's the little foil bag inside. And so, yeah, so this is salt version. And for some reason, they're saying corn flavor and very aromatic, like strong smell, basically. So I hope that's not a threat. Oh, good. Very easy to open. Oh, they're pretty big. They smell like corn. It smells like salty corn. And these are supposed to be lightly salted too. Oh yeah, I don't think they're kind of squished a little bit, so I don't think they're gonna fit. Yeah, I think kids' fingers are much more made for these. But you can see it looks like a like a Triscuit or a Life cereal, that kind of pattern. Yeah, very light. Yeah, it tastes like if you just ate like, was it corn based? Like whatever. I think like Life cereal, one of those puffy kind of corn snacks. I'm trying to think of what the equivalent is. Yeah, it's corny and light. Yeah, I think it's exactly a Bugle. Maybe somebody just brought a bag of Bugles. Maybe much more. The flavor is probably a little bit lighter, like the seasoning and things. So as far as Bugles, are they like typical American snacks where they have a ton of flavors and they're like kind of strong flavors? Or do they just have salt or cheese or something? Crunchy corn snacks. Yeah, they're I'm looking at Bugles online and they are identical in shape. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if they just stole it or bought the rights or something. Oh yeah, so ranch flavored Bugles, nacho cheese. Oh, churro flavor. So they have sweet ones too. That's interesting. Yeah, these guys, they didn't make sweet versions of these yet. These are really good. These remind me of some breakfast cereal. Does Life cereal have a corn flavor? Are they rice or? Yeah, these are good. They're really light. Not too greasy or heavy or anything. So nacho cheese, caramel, churro flavored, chocolate peanut butter, Bugles. Oh, get out of here. Oh, yeah. Even on the bag of Bugles. Let me see if I can... well, it's not going to... There we go. Even on the bag of Bugles. I'll show you guys when we get back to the drawing part. They show America's #1 finger hat. There's a mark on the bag that says it has a hand and it's got a bugle on each finger and it says America's #1 finger hat. I think it says hat. Oh, brother. Oh. Oh. So the chocolate peanut butter. Oh, that's awesome. So chocolate peanut butter has looks like it has something. Oh, no, it doesn't. It's just the weird reflection. Yeah, it's just the flavoring. I thought they were filled with something. That would be awesome. Like if these were chocolate and filled with peanut butter. Oh, that'd be amazing. Yeah, I'll have to try chocolate peanut butter Bugles one of these days. Yeah. Really good. I mean, they're really light and easy. As you can see, I'm just shoveling them in. Easy to eat. So there's no original flavor with these. It's either just salt or soy sauce. And I can't believe they haven't thought. So there's chili cheese, chocolate peanut butter, churros, and caramel for the for the sweet versions. And the ranch is Hidden Valley Ranch. Fun that can't be explained is the Bugle selling point. Yeah, I wonder if they bought the this design or whatever, or they just knocked it off. I don't have enough of a memory of Bugles to know if these are the same texture. I think they are, though, and they look identical on the website. So who knows? And there's no collaboration. So this is the company that makes these is House Foods. So House Foods does a huge. I mean, they do everything. You can get tubes of wasabi paste and all kinds of cooking sauces and things. Like House Foods makes everything, and they have a lot of distribution in the U.S. So a lot of Asian supermarkets have a lot of House Food products. So you can get a lot of Japanese style sauces and things through House Foods. They're not like the best quality, but they're not bad, and they're real Japanese foodstuffs. Oh, those look so good. Chocolate peanut butter. They don't fit on my big old fingers, but I don't think that's a Japanese scale thing. I think it's just because I'm not a... But they kind of almost do. Almost. These are America's favorite finger hat, ripped off by Japan. Yeah, a lot of them are very squished, so they're not round enough. Maybe their quality control. Their quality control isn't isn't as high. Yeah, these are really nice. Very light. I'm surprised they don't do... Maybe they're not that popular here, so they don't have a reason to do more flavors. So Tongari Corn, the Japanese equivalent of Bugles, and you can just tell by the box it's corn, corn, corn. It's funny because corn has not, until like recent, maybe the last 20 years, corn wasn't really very popular in Japan. Like corn soup and things weren't like these standards, but they just became these real standard flavors. Yeah, these are great. Very nice. So yeah, I would recommend, I think these come in smaller bags and things too. But I would recommend these guys as a good, very familiar snack. So, well, we've had 2 in a row, right? So Choco Baby was good, and Tongari Corn, not bad. Yeah, they really remind me. There's some breakfast cereal that this is reminding me of. I can't think of what it is. Ah, good stuff. Oh, sorry, I'm totally missing the chat. Yeah, they taste more like really mild Fritos. If you've ever had the Frito corn chips, but Fritos, the cornmeal is pretty rough, so they're kind of hard and crunchy. They're more like nachos. These are really light and just a little bit of corn flavor. Chocolate and peanut butter Bugles. Yeah, grab a jar of peanut butter melted. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, maybe I'm thinking of like corn flakes or some, like some kind of corn flake kind of snack. Yeah, I think it's. But the texture is like, reminds me of like Life cereal or something. They're really light. There's like kind of puffed, raised corn. Yeah, but they're good. I think they're identical to Bugles. So if you know that texture and that flavor, it's probably pretty close. Because Bugles are made from very light, very fine corn meal, I think. Yeah. But the flavor is definitely cornflakes type flavor, especially the salted ones. Yeah, like as if you put sugar on these and put them in milk without the salt, they would be almost like a corn breakfast cereal. Yeah, I can't think of what... I could probably eat this whole bag on stream. All right. Well, now we know how Bugles translated cross-culturally. Oh, and here's that bag. So sweet and salty. So Bugles chocolate peanut butter chocolate and peanut butter. But look at the little mark here. Oh wait, I can zoom in a little bit. America's #1 finger hat. So if that's the only only thing you had to go by as far as like your effect on the market. But it's probably funny. It's like maybe that makes people laugh, and it's nostalgic enough that maybe it causes people to grab a bag of those just out of pure nostalgia. But yeah, the chocolate peanut butter sounds really good. Yeah, those weren't bad at all. I just don't think they're very original. Yeah, because they have they knocked off Oreos here, or I don't know if they knocked off Oreos or Hydrox, whichever. But Japan has its own version of Oreos called Noir. I think I've had them on stream, called Noir. Noir cookies are their Oreos. And so there's a few like, real popular international snacks that they've kind of copied over the years. Yeah, it's a great kid snack because it's really light and not too greasy or anything. And not... maybe the flavored ones are a little bit messier, but they make almost no crumbs. And then just like a little bit of salt on the fingers. So yeah, not too disgusting. That's good. Look at me. I'm sitting in front of a giant chocolate peanut butter Bugles bag. I'm surprised I didn't, what the, what is it? I never know what the, what? Yeah, when you spell words phonetically, it's pretty funny. So there must be some word. Yeah, it's a word I don't know, but it must be some word that they're kind of referencing. There's a Tongari Island. I have no idea. Yeah, it's funny. The one translation using like different kanji means pointed. Oh, it just means point. Oh, okay. Obviously, there we go. So pointed corn. That's so stupid. All right. Yes. So I enjoyed my pointed corn snack. Yeah, I didn't know Tongari was the meaning of it, and especially when it's just spelled in the hiragana, it doesn't mean anything. But with the kanji, it does mean point, to be pointed, but also to be sharp, taper, taper, also displeased, angry, or edgy. Edgy corn. My edgy corn snacks. Yes, pointed corn hats. Oh wow! Anybody heard of Eggo eggnog sipping cream? No, never. Wow. Yeah, yeah. Those these these pointed corn snacks are very. That's so funny. Pointed corn. Very good. Nice. Wow. So this was a very easy, very easy week. I guess once I have like a theme in mind, if there's any ideas, it comes across pretty fast. So is there anything else going on this week? Oh, I can't stop looking at those bugles. Yeah, what if it's one of those snacks that you kind of, like K5 is saying, like remembers it from being a kid, but you kind of outgrow it. Like you don't ever buy it as an adult, except for like the very rare kind of nostalgia thing, or for your own kids. There has to be a lot of products like that that don't make the transition, that feel too childish, or there's something silly about it in their, their gimmick or their flavor even, that doesn't make it into adulthood. So people stop buying it at a certain point. I wonder. That's funny. Yeah, the Bugles website is pretty intense. They do a good job of like showing off everything that they have. Which, for a lot of these products, I guess because some of the companies are so big and stuff too, this is just a specific website for one product. But when it's a company's food website, so many of these international food nightmare mega corporations, they have so much stuff that it doesn't even like fit on a website. Like it's very hard to navigate. Wow. They've got flavors for everyone. Yeah, that's probably why they started to do the flavors, is because the novelty shape of them wore out. But we can follow Bugles on Instagram and Twitter. Yeah, that's funny. A box of just... Really? You can buy just a box of orange Mike and Ike's. So which one is Mike and which one is Ike, from their website? Oh, that's really funny. Yeah, that would be funny. M&M should do like some of those candies with like different colors. They should do things like that where they, instead of having the assortment, you can just buy specific colors. Because I'm, like for coordinating for parties and stuff. Christmas, if you just want green and red, I think they do that, don't they? M&M's does like a Christmas M&M's thing where it's just green and red M&M's in a bag, and it's the same thing, but because it's limited colors, it's a Christmas version. Yeah, I don't know. It's funny. Yeah, if you don't like a certain a certain color in your snacks, you can. Yeah, I think I was kind of out of the kid age of I was getting to be like young, like early teens when they did the Captain Crunch, the Oops All Berries. That was a I really wish that would have happened when I was a kid, because that was the thing. So tell me if anybody else did this, and maybe Captain Crunch like lost its popularity. So Captain Crunch was a corn, kind of really hard corn. It's kind of similar, like a heavier texture, but similar in taste. That might be what I'm thinking of. If these were sweet, if these Tongari corn was sweet, it would be like a soft Captain Crunch. So it was a corn cereal, but there were these red berries in it, and so it was maybe not quite half and half, so just like mostly corn cereal. So what you would do is you would pour a bowl of it, put milk on it, and eat all the corn cereal, so that at the end you could just eat spoonfuls of the berries. And maybe that was common enough, like opening an Oreo kind of thing, like the double stuffed Oreo. Maybe that was common enough that people realized that, yeah, actually people would just want to eat an entire bowl of just these like crunch berries from Captain Crunch. So they did the Oops All Berries flavor. After all that labor, I put in all that hard work eating all that terrible corn cereal just to eat that small amount of berries at the end. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Lucky Charms. Oops, all marshmallows. Yeah, that would be pretty intense though, because the texture of those marshmallows is really rough. Yeah, I think you need that oat cereal just to kind of like break up the constant sugar texture. But then they switched the when they did Oops All Berries, then they did like a blueberry and a red berry. So maybe visually it looked a little bit better than just a big bunch of red balls. Yeah. So that kind of defeated the point of it looking like a mistake. It was very intentional. The captain was complicit. There's a Wendy's Frost. Oh man, yeah, the cereal aisle. I don't think there's anything like a cereal aisle in an American supermarket. Like in any other shop I've been in anywhere. Maybe like the kimchi section of a Korean supermarket is as intense and smells a lot worse, but is as intense as an American breakfast cereal aisle at a supermarket. It's insane. The competing for space, and the cereals just based on kids shows and movies and stuff is insane. A Wendy's Frosty flavor. Jeez, that's crazy. Yeah, but I guess they have to keep licensing. Yeah, wow, Wendy's Frosty. That's nuts. Kellogg's, yeah. Oh, and Post made a Twinkies cereal. Get out of here. There's a Peeps cereal. Kellogg's made a Peeps cereal. General Mills made a drumstick cereal, the ice cream, drumstick. Oh, here we go. It's getting worse. Cotton candy Captain Crunch. Oh, jeez. Hershey's Kisses. There's some kind of bizarre Cheerios. Okay, here. This is a whole like article about weird cereals. So Eggo blueberry waffle cereal. I could go for that. I like Eggo waffles. The frozen waffles you put in the toaster. Toasted coconut Cheerios. It's in this weird light blue box. I guess the tropical version. Hershey Kisses cereal. It's at General Mills. Captain Crunch Cotton Candy Crunch. Ugh. Yeah. It looks like Oops All Berries a lot, except it's not perfect little round pieces. It's kind of lumpy, so it looks more like cotton candy, but it's blue and that like dark pink. Llama Loops, whatever that is. That's got to be. Oh no, it's Kellogg's, I think. Yeah, whatever llama cereal is. Mermaid cereal. That's weird. It's just stars. It's like orange and green starfish. So it's a mermaid, but it's not like Disney's mermaid or anything. It's just a generic. So a generic llama and a generic mermaid cereal. That's weird. Jolly Rancher cereal. Squares looking like they can't possibly be as intense as Jolly Ranchers. So that's General Mills as well. Yikes. There's a lot of messed up cereal. Oh no, they did. They did. This is very weird. So cinnamon toast crunch churros. So there's a Pop-Tart cereal. Honey buns, Hostess honey buns. So Lucio. So Overwatch had a Lucio O's. So Lucio had his own breakfast cereal. That must have been like an early promotion. Sonic Vanilla is the flavor. Oh man. Sour Patch Kids cereal. Dippin' Dots cereal. With that freeze-dried ice cream. Wow. Yeah, they're trying to get attention. Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah, most of these must have just gone away. Cocoa Puffs. That's pretty standard. Oh no. There's Berry-tastic. What's going on in this picture here? Berry-tastic Captain Crunch pancake mix. So they branded Captain Crunch pancake mix and syrup, maple syrup, and Lucky Charms pancake mix. Trix oatmeal. Dunkin' Donuts matcha latte cereal. Oh, Little Debbie. Yeah, Little Debbie cosmic brownies. Oh, I want to try that. That's crazy. Cinnamon Toast Crunch Pop-Tarts or Toaster Strudel. Lucky Charms oatmeal. Fruity Pebbles oatmeal. I guess they're just trying to get kids to eat oatmeal. Oh, yeah. Little Debbie's snack cakes. That's crazy. G.I. Joe. Oh, yeah, of course, all the licensed stuff. E.T. cereal, Dunkin' Donuts, Nerds cereal, G.I. Joe cereal. Oh, man. So bizarre. Oh, Cookie Crunch. Yeah. Yeah, the original. Yeah, you're right, K5. Yeah, original was really good. So they totally screwed it up. It's like little chocolate chip cookies. Yeah, it was great because it literally, the little chocolate bits on there were wonderful. They, melted off into the milk perfectly. That's so funny. Wendy's Frosty cereal. Yeah, it's just, these companies, of course, they'll license their brands, especially to one of these big, Kellogg's or General Mills, to design these flavors. That's really funny. Oh, I guess I should be, looking at this with you guys. Oh, that's right. I'm sure there must be a ton of YouTubers that are trying American breakfast cereals. That's crazy. Yeah, so breakfast cereal is really limited here. There's a couple of chocolate cereals, cornflakes, a couple of variations of chocolate cereals like chocolate flakes, chocolate like O's, and then just a lot of like random kind of granola-y, muesli kind of muesli style cereal. That's it in Japan because breakfast cereal is just not popular cereal for breakfast. Wow. Yeah, that's insane. There's got to be people collecting cereal boxes too because it's so much crazy design and so much variety. Dang. E.T. cereal, yeah. I liked C-3POs. Those were good. They're just like a rice, like a sugar-coated like rice cereal, I think. But those were good. Yeah. Apple Cinnamon Cheerios. Yeah, that's a pretty old. Oh, that's really funny. Pokemon cereal? No way. Yeah, so every brand that was willing to sell itself, I think, got some play. Oh, and the monster cereals. Yeah, so what is so they got rid of Fruity Yummy Mummy. Oh, it's Fruit Brute now. Yeah, the Mummy used to be the fruit version, and now it's a werewolf called Fruit Brute. Yeah, Fruity Yummy Mummy is much better. Wow, from 1971. Those monster cereals are super old. So they're like yeah, the oat cereal with the marshmallows. Yeah, pretty much like a variation on all of that stuff. There's, Lucky Charms and monster cereals, and so many of them with the marshmallows. They're just the same thing again and again. Wow. And I guess there was something I thought I watched a YouTube video or something that talked about the monster cereals that they're not on the shelf all year round, but they come out. They do like a special release every Halloween time because it's a Halloween favorite. But Blueberry's the best. Blueberry is the best monster cereal because the pieces they probably are different now, but the pieces were so bizarrely blue, so strangely blue in the 70s. And Blueberry was harder to get. It was less common. There was always Frankenberry and Count Chocula, and Blueberry was kind of like, it came and went. And then Fruity Yummy Mummy was the same. It kind of came and went. And it was a generic, yeah, fruity flavor. Oh, monster cereals. Wow. Blueberry. Yeah, all right. K5 is with me. Mm. Yeah, right. Yeah, all that crunchy granola, crunchy granola stuff. It's a lot of work. Oh, and of course they did a Monster Mash cereal where all the cereals are all mixed together. Of course they did that. That must taste horrible though because it's chocolate, a bunch of fake fruit flavors, strawberry. Yeah, that's got to be a mess flavor-wise. Yeah, 2021. So last year was Monster Mash. Oh man, of course they did that. Ah, it's crazy. Wow. All right, so I think we're good. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's only 2 hours. This is it went way too fast. The creative process was a very rapid process this week. That's crazy. I feel like I'm constantly online, like reading that book every night. I feel like I'm constantly online. Yeah. So here's the in case you're wondering what, in fact, whoa, let's get this out of the way. What I'm talking about. So this is what I'm reading every night for your Christmas pleasure, for your holiday season, good seasons greetings here. Yeah, so this is just a Mutant Chronicles series of books. So there's 2 more books in this series, and I think they're only ever produced as mass market, like a lot of these cheap ones were, and just kind of introduce the setting and the characters. But yeah, so Merry Christmas. That's what I read every night. So about like 20 to 30 minutes per chapter, depending on the length. Nice. Play Sims 3. Yeah, right. Oh man, yeah, I want to play some. I don't have a shortcut on the desktop, but the Dark Tide is really cool. The 40K kind of like mass, like zombie massacre game. I also downloaded Scorn. That's pretty intense. It's kind of a H.R. Giger inspired kind of puzzle game where there's no text, there's no interface of any kind. It's just exploring and interacting with an environment to figure out how this like biomechanical thing that you're trapped in works. Oh, 7 Days to Die. Yeah, I never got a chance to try. If it doesn't show up on Xbox Game Pass, I usually miss it. I haven't bought stuff individually for a while. I did buy. They had for like $10. They had the game that I wanted to play forever. Wait, I think I got a an email for it. But I wanted to Killing Floor. No. Where was it? Oh, Disco Elysium. Yeah, I really wanted to play Disco Elysium for a long time, and it always stayed like $30 or $40. But yeah, it just went down to 10. So on Good Old Games, I got Disco Elysium, the final cut. So I guess all the DLC and everything in there. But I like the art style, and I like the the kind of detective noir, but weird setting of it. So someday I'll try that. I'm sure that's been played to death online. But yeah. Disco Elysium, I think, and my machine can't handle, like I can't play Dark Tide probably on stream, because if OBS is running, I'm sure my system will barely be able to, at low settings, chug through, because there's so many enemies on screen at one time. It's pretty taxing. Dang. Yeah, I'll have to think of some other kind of Christmassy thing to do as the I have a thing I can show you guys. This is pretty cool. Japan is like so insane with pens and pencils and stuff, and this may be not completely original. It may be in other places, but they have a let me switch back to let me look it up online and see if I can show you more about it. Yeah, there we go. All right, so here we'll do a little ad break for this cool thing that I found. Show and tell. No. How do I wait? Let me just change this. Oh, okay, I got it. Oh, I can just move it over here. All right, let's do this. Boom. So Metaseal. Come on. What's going on? All right, well, I guess that kind of works. There we go. So here's the website for it. So they did a variation on it. So they are these metallic pencils. So that's not lead, and they never wear out. But it's some kind of like processed aluminum or something. That so it has a point. It never needs sharpened. It maintains this point, and you draw with it, and it's just like drawing with graphite. It's insane. And they finally made a. So the original version is just like a long metallic pencil. It's about $10 for one. So kind of expensive, and I never thought to try it. But they just recently made the what they're calling the light knock version. So the Metaseal pencil, but it's just a tip, so it's not the whole thing, isn't the metal, so it doesn't have weight and stuff. It's just like a mechanical pencil with a click at the end. So I guess I can open this, and so the pen it's just like a pen, whatever these are called, like a ballpoint pen with a click on it, and so just this much of it is the actual metal pencil thing, but it writes amazingly like a pencil. It has a really nice, I don't have a good way to show you guys, but the tip itself is exactly like writing with graphite. It has has pressure and everything. I can't do it from without putting some pressure on it, but it's really amazing. So it's a cool kind of development. So I wanted to play around with this for sketching, because the thing I always do with pencil sketching is not pay attention to the point, and I lose the point, or I'm constantly like rotating it to try to get a side. So with an ever sharp pencil, it may be kind of fun. Very cool. Oh, interesting. Okay, if I said that resin expires. Oh, I gotta be careful with that. Yeah, I haven't been printing in a while. I gotta pay attention to that. Yikes. Yeah, that makes sense though. That eventually it won't have that same chemical reaction anymore. So metal pencil. So I'm sure any place that carries like Japanese stationary goods will start to have these, and these are Sunstar. So I'm not sure Oh, this is actually, it's listed as Bandai Namco. That's funny. Bandai Namco Sunstar. Yeah, these are pretty awesome. So it may be yeah, worth checking that out. Oh yeah, so that's the cool thing is you're doing some kind of treated aluminum, but it erases exactly like graphite does. So it works with an eraser, and you can paint over it. Oh, that's right. And the pencil looking ones, which are very expensive, they're like $10 each, come in different colors. So almost like a colored pencil set. But yeah, I found the little clickable one. This one was only like $3, $2.50. Yeah, $3. So this was only $3. So I figured it was worth it. But you're getting much less of the actual material, and it only comes in black. But yeah, I'm going to try some metal pencil for some sketches I have to do. Nice. Oh, wow. $100 in resin wasted. Oh, K5. Yeah, I never heard, like, if there's a way to, yeah, if there's a way you should store it, if you should refrigerate resin, or if there's a, like, keep it in the dark or something, if there's a way. But yeah, probably the chemicals themselves just expire. That really sucks. And we have to be careful then buying stuff online because, you know, just disreputable online sellers will just sell you expired resin to get rid of it. So yeah, if you find a really good price on the photo resin, yeah, I'm sure that's why. Thanks for the heads up, K5. I got to check. I think I only have one big bottle left. So most of my stuff is almost finished, like most of the stuff I've been using. But yeah, that really sucks because it's been really slow lately. Damn. Yeah, cool dark room. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be harder in Japan, but yeah. Oh, that sucks. Well, I'll find out what my resin situation is. Damn. So do they put dates? Do they put expiry dates on the bottles? I'll have to go check. And I'm sure each brand does different stuff. Damn, look at this pencil eraser. Yeah, but these are really cool. That's a really neat technology. And always you stumble across that kind of stuff. In Japan, there's always some funny little new gimmick that they figured out. But that helps not having to, you know, for mechanical pencils especially, having to put those little lead pieces in all the time. All the graphite. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll double check what I've got. Yeah, now you got me worried, K5. I'm all paranoid. And I'm still eating pointed corn. Well, cool. Well, yeah, I wanted to share my little metal pencil discovery. Crazy. But that'll do it for this week. I hope everyone is doing well, and we'll figure out some other Christmas thing. Yeah, I wonder if there's a... we can just watch KFC Christmas chicken commercials, Japanese Christmas. I think we did that one year already. But they do a lot of, yeah, trying to give you the image of what your Christmas party should look like, with everyone wearing sweaters and everyone sitting around a big bucket of KFC. All right. But yeah, thanks everyone for joining. And if this is the first time watching, we draw these cartoons every week. And unfortunately, it looks like for the next couple of weeks, my university day is going to be Tuesday. So Thursday is going to be the regular day. So Wednesday night, North American time, is probably going to be the regular day for the rest of December. So sorry about that. I can't get back to my normal day because I got too much work going on. Yeah, last year I did. Yes, okay, I won't repeat myself. I'll find something else. Maybe we should watch old Rankin Bass holiday specials or something. That would be fun to just put that on in the background. Those old stop motion crappy 70s puppet Christmas specials. All right, so abusecartoons.com is the website, and gocomics.com/domesticabuse is the archive that we were looking at of all the old cartoons. About 20 years in there, give or take. I think I skipped a year. And if you want to support what's going on, patreon.com/abusecartoons. And thank you, Unknown Girl and John, for being amazing patrons and supporting me in everything that's going on this channel and in general. So, yeah, Rev, it was good to see you, and Unknown Girl. Good to see you guys online. And Chris, if you're still lurking, silently lurking at work, finish up and get home. And work on that tank. Chris is working. Check Chris's Instagram for some. I don't know if the tank is up there yet, but I got a shot of a tank that Chris is working on for a competition, a miniatures competition. All right, everyone. So take care, and we'll do this again next week. So it'll probably be Wednesday night again next week because, Tuesday seems to be the university day. So sorry about that, but I will see you then, and have a happy holiday. And if you want to hear me read crazy Mutant Chronicles audio book, so check out the Upturned Table channel. So it's about a half an hour every night, a chapter a night of In Lunacy. The Mutant Chronicles, what is it? The Apostle of Insanity trilogy of the Mutant Chronicles series. So stay tuned, and take care, everyone, and I'll see you all next week. Goodbye.